Brian Kane here with Work Excellence. We hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're an owner, if you're a CEO, if you're a president, we know you're concerned about the level of service that you're providing to your customers and whether or not those customers are appreciating that service or they simply can't get what they need from you. And so we ask this question is what level of service is the right level of service, and are you communicating that level of service to your teams so that they understand what they need to do to help your customers and to set yourselves apart? Because the number one thing that we believe that you can do is to set yourselves apart from a service perspective in a manufacturing or distribution environment, because your competition may not be doing this, and you're going to be much better off in the future by providing high level of service to your customers. You know, there's just a lack of communication out there. We're hearing from everyone that people just don't know where their order is in the life cycle of that order. And there's also a lack of an ability to solve problems together. And what we're learning is that if you can go to that customer and understand exactly what particular orders they need or particular line items on that order, it's critically important to make sure that they're communicating with you and you can solve those problems together, because you may be able to get them those particular line items while the other ones need to sit and be back ordered. But the limited responsiveness and the lack of responsiveness must be eliminated from what you're telling your customers. We want you to provide good direction to your team, but we also want you to look at this from an honest communication standpoint. More than anything, we're hearing that customers cannot tolerate honest communication, and we want you to be able to give them honest communication, even if the answer is, I don't know. But a bigger question is, do you know what commitments your team is making to the customers? And can you as an organization honor those commitments and stand behind those commitments? Because we want to make sure we're not overcommitting just to satisfy the customer, or even believing that we can and then we can't deliver that. So we have to look for better ways to communicate with our customers. Self-service is a wonderful way to do that. If you can set up self-service so they can check their order status, that's a wonderful thing. But the last question that I ask you is, when was the last time that you did a customer experience survey? And do you truly understand what your customers are experiencing? Because what we're hearing today is many CEOs and leaders don't want to send out a customer survey because they're afraid of the response and they don't get the insight that they're looking for. But we encourage you to think of 1 to 3 questions that you could truly ask your customers to understand what they're looking for, so that you can, again, solve problems with them together and be able to help them in the short term, and even in the long term, you may become very much the preferred supplier to your customers, which is really what we'd all love to be. We hope this helps. If you agree with these, we'd love to have some comments on the thread, or you can reach out to us at workexcellence.com. We hope you're having a great day. Bye-bye.